Namaste everyone. Welcome to Ayurveda Made Easy. Today we are going to begin our session on Charaka Samhita Chikitsa Sthana. In the previous sthanas, facts which are required to be ascertained for the successful treatment of diseases have been described. In the previous sthana, which is Indriya Sthana, signs and symptoms which are indicative of the imminent death of the patient have been enumerated. Such patients should not be treated because they bring disrepute to the physician. On the other hand, such of the patients who are not having these signs and symptoms or who are not having the Arishta Lakshanas should be treated. This endows the physician with virtue, wealth and reputation in the society. The present sthana, which is Chikitsa Sthana, deals with the methods to be followed for the treatment of such curable patients. The first chapter of Chikitsa Sthana is Rasayan Adhyay. Rasayanas are conductive for the growth and longevity of a human being. It is with this view that Rasayan Adhyay is expounded in the beginning of Chikitsa Sthana. This chapter has been divided into 4 padas or quarters, which are Abhaya Amalaki, Pranakamiya, Karaprachitiya and Ayurveda Samuthaniya Rasayan padas in order. Let us consider these padas one by one, and we begin with Abhaya Amalaki Rasayan Pad. In this Rasayan Pad, recipes containing Abhaya, which is Haritaki, and Amalaki have been described, and hence the name Abhaya Amalaki Rasayan Pad. Apart from these recipes, different fundamental principles have also been enumerated in this Pad. For example, the synonyms of Chikitsa have been described as Chikitsitam Vyadhiharam, Pathyam Sadhanam Aushadham, Prayashchitam Prashamanam, Prakriti Sthapanam Hitam, Vidyat Bheshaj Namani. 2 kinds of medicine have also been described as Bheshajam Dvidham Chatat, Swasthasya Urjaskaram Kinchit, Kinchit Artasya Roganut. This means that there are 2 types of medicines, Swasthya Urjaskar and Artasya Roganut. Swasthya Urjaskar are those medicines which help in the maintenance of the health of an individual, and Artasya Roganut are those medicines that help in eradicating diseases. Swasthya Urjaskar medicines are again of 2 types, which are Vrishya and Rasayan. Vrishya is Vajikaran and Rasayan is what we are discussing at present. Vajikaran will be covered in the next chapter. Rasayana is again of 2 types, which is Kuti Praveshik and Vatatapik. Kuti Praveshik is when one enters a specific type of cottage described in the script and uses Rasayana while he is confined in that cottage. Vatatapik is the use of Rasayana while one can still expose himself to the wind and sunlight. This means that he is not confined in any cottage and therefore his body is exposed to the environment. Both the types of medicines, which are Swasthasya Urjaskar and Artasya Roganut, can be used for both the purposes. This means that Swasthasya Urjaskar can be used as Artasya Roganut and Artasya Roganut type of medicines can be used as Swasthasya Urjaskar. This is described by Acharya Charak as Prayah Prayena Roganam Dvitiye Prashame Matam Prayah Shabdo Visheshartho Hi Ubhayam Hi Ubhayarthakam. By the use of the word Prayah, which means mostly the specific action of the medicines belonging to a specific category is emphasized. Some examples have been given by Acharya Chakrapani, like Sarpi Guda prescribed for the treatment of Kshatakshina, Yogaraj prescribed for the treatment of Pandu, and Agastya Haritaki for the treatment of Kasa also have Rasayana effects on the body. The definition of Rasayan is given as Labhopayo hi Shastanam Rasadinam Rasayanam. The means by which one gets the excellence of Rasa Dhatu in the body is known as Rasayana. The properties or gunas of Rasayan drugs have also been described as Dirgham Ayu Smritim Medham Arogyam Tarunam Vayah Prabhavarna Swaraudaryam Dehendriya Balaparam Vakasiddhim Pradatim Kantim Labhate Na Rasayanat. Rasayana imparts longevity, memory, intellect, freedom from disease, youth, excellence of luster, complexion and voice, excellent potentiality of the body and sense organs, and Vakasiddhi. Vakasiddhi means whatever the person says comes true. The effects of Vajikaran therapy have also been described in brief as the therapy which irrigates potentiality for getting offsprings, for the maintenance of continuity of the lineage, and that which causes instant sensual excitation and indulgence. It is stated that Rasayan should be used in an individual only after his body has been cleansed or detoxified by the use of Sanshodhan procedures and after he has regained his strength. Tasyam Sanshodhane Shuddha Sukhi Jat Balah Puna Rasayanam Prayunjita. Some of the medicines prescribed for Sanshodhan are Haritaki, Amalaki, Sandhav, Haridra, Guda, Vacha, Vidanga, Pipali and Shunthi. Thereafter, the attributes of Haritaki have been indicated. Haritaki has 5 tastes which are sweet, sour, pungent, bitter and astringent. It does not have any salty taste. It is hot in potency. It is good for general health. It eliminates the doshas and is light. It stimulates the power of digestion and is carminative. It promotes longevity and nourishment. It prevents aging. It prevents or eradicates all diseases and promotes intellect, sense perception and vitality. Attributes of Amalaki have been stated as being similar to Haritaki except its virya which is sheath. Tan gunanstani karmani vidyat amalakishvapi yani yuktani haritakya viryasya tu viparyayah. It is indicated that medicines from the Himalayas are of the best quality. A total of 6 recipes for Rasayan therapy have been described in this pada, which are 1 and 2 Brahma Rasayan, the third one is Chavanaprash, Amalak Rasayan and 1 and 2 Haritakyadi Rasayan, making it a total of 6. The next pad is Pranakamiya Rasayan pad. In this pad, benefits of Rasayan therapy and its effects on the body have been stated. Different kind of defects in the body due to the intake of Gramya Ahar have also been enumerated. Other causes of defects in the body have also been described, like intake of dry vegetables, meat, sesame seeds, contradictory foods, putrid and stale foods, etc., irregular intake, day sleep, excessive exercise, fear, grief, greed, etc. In this pad, a total of 37 recipes of Rasayana have been described, some of which are Amalak Grit, Sahasrapak Amalak Grit, Amalak Avaleh, Amalak Churna, Nagbala Rasayan, and 10 recipes of Bhallatak alone, which are Kshir Bhallatak, Shodra Bhallatak, Tel Bhallatak, Gud Bhallatak, Bhallatak Yush, Bhallatak Sarpi, Bhallatak Palal, Bhallatak Saktu, Bhallatak Lavan, and Bhallatak Tarpan. The next pad is Kar Prachitiya Rasayan Pad. In this pad, recipes of Amalaki, that is collected or harvested by picking by hand, have been described. Apart from the other Rasayanas, Medhya Rasayan have also been described here as Manduk Parnya Swarasah Prayujya Shirena Yashti Madhukasya Churnam Raso Guruchyastu Samula Pushpyah Kalka Prayujya Khalu Shankha Pushpyah. Meaning, for Rasayan purposes, we can use the juice of Manduka Parni, powder of Yashti Madhu mixed with milk, the juice of Guduchi along with its roots and flowers, and the paste or kalka of Shankha Pushpi. The effects on the body have been stated as Ayuhu Pradani Amayan Ashanani Bala Agni Varna Swara Vardhanani Medhyani Chaitani Rasayanani Medhya Visheshena Cha Shankha Pushpi. Meaning, these recipes increase longevity, cure diseases, increase strength, Agni and Varna and Swara. All these recipes are Medhya, and among them Shankha Pushpi is considered to be the best. Pipali Vardhaman Rasayan has also been described. Here we start by consuming 10 pipalis the first day and gradually increasing 10 pipalis each day till day 10. After this we gradually decrease. Thus, a total of 1000 pipalis is consumed by the person. These should be consumed in the form of paste or kalka by those who are strong, and persons of moderate strength should take them in the form of a decoction, and those with a little strength should take them in the form of churna. The dose of 10 pipalis as stated is excellent, 6 pipalis is moderate, and 3 pipalis are the smallest dose. A detailed description of Shilajatu has also been given here, and the properties of Shilajatu have been stated as Anamla, Kashaya, Katu Pak, Na Ati Ushna Sheet. 4 different types of Shilajatu have been written, which are Hem, Rajat, Tamra and Lauh varieties. For processing Shilajatu, it should be soaked in decoctions of drugs according to the doshas, and after it has absorbed all the decoction, it should be soaked again. This process should be repeated for 7 days. After processing Shilajatu, it is mixed with powder of iron and then administered with milk. The administration of Shilajatu for 7 weeks, 3 weeks or 1 week has got excellent, moderate and little effects respectively. It is also classified into 3 categories according to the dose. 1 pal which is 48 grams, half a pal which is 24 gram and 1 karsha which is 12 grams are of highest, moderate and low potencies respectively. The properties and uses of the 4 types of Shilajatu have also been specified. All the types of Shilajatu having the smell of cow urine are useful in all types of therapies. For Rasayan purposes, the last variety, that is derived from iron, is the most useful. While taking Shilajatu, one should avoid the intake of Vidahi foods and Kulatha. Kulatha is said to be an excellent drug for breaking the stones. While one takes Shilajatu, his body becomes as strong as a stone, and Kulatha can break this stone-like body, and therefore it is contraindicated. A total of 16 recipes have been described in this chapter. The last pad of Rasayan Adhyay is Ayurveda Samuthaniya Rasayan Pad. Here there is a discussion of the sages with Lord Indra, where Indra states that Gramya type of Ahara is the cause of all diseases. A number of Rasayanas are described here like Indrokta Rasayan, and a number of Divya Aushadhis, celestial drugs, have also been described. Description of Kuti Praveshik type of Rasayan is given in detail in this Pad, and a very important aspect of Rasayana, which is Achara Rasayan, has been described in detail. Achara Rasayan is attaining the effects of Rasayan on the body just by following a simple ethical code of behavior every day. Importance of a physician and description of Pranacharya have been given. Charaka states that the compassion for the living creatures is dharma par excellence. A physician who enters into medical profession keeping this ideal view accomplishes his objectives best and gets happiness par excellence. Paro bhuta daya dharma iti matva chikitsaya वर्तते यह स सिद्धार्थ सुखम अत्यंतम अश्नुते. Dharma. Thank you very much for listening. See you soon with the next Adhyay.